Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Texas. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Kentucky's offense will take the first swing of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Texas Longhorns offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
Afterburners coming. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Kentucky going quickly.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'll feel the punt and try to make something happen. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got the quick pass. Oh, the hops. And he is bouncy, hurdled a guy, and picked up the first down before being tackled.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle, it's golden. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off bounce? Because they are a good one.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in his hands.
They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass, it's Vandergrift. He makes the connection. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the running back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll go to the ground. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Kentucky will be forced to punt. sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
That's reeled in. It's golden. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And he's still running after the move. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Kentucky right back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's key. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah,
Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Randall. Makes the catch and he's brought down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And the Longhorns get enough for the first down. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Ewers. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Here comes the Texas offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
To the air, it's Ewers. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's going to pass. got it in the middle. It's key. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. Working that left side now. Tackle is made after the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Lexington.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for space. It's Baxter.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Scanning the field, it's Ewers. He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He's looking for an open man on second down. It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
They'll pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two?
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're bringing heat. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks. And
fires into traffic, intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Going deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Baxter. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air on first down. Works the middle of the field.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught in the backfield, it's Blue. Breaks the tackle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on 3rd and goal? That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good.
And that pass picked off. The ball pops out. Bounced right back to them.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
And it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.